It really doesn't make sense to try growing your own food unless you have a large, dedicated garden space, kind of like this. What? If that sounded crazy to you, I'm glad, because there are so many ways that you can grow your own food when you don't have space to, when you don't have a garden. Hi, I'm Amanda and welcome back to The Provident Gardener. If you feel like you can't grow your own food because you don't have a big garden, then this video might be for you. Today I'm going to share with you 5 ways to grow your own food when you think you can't. Now I do want to add a warning before we get into the list. You can always bring in soil for your plants, you can always bring in water. You can't move the sun wherever you want or need it. So you have to be able to find a place where it gets enough sunlight, because if your plants don't get enough sunlight, they're just not going to be happy. Now, first on this list is containers. Containers might be the easiest place to start when it comes to growing your own food. All you need is a pot, some sort of container, some soil, water, sunlight, and a plant, and you're growing your own food. It doesn't have to be fancy. Anything from these planters that I use for flowers in front of my house to these old buckets that we bought trees in last year. You can use grow bags, buckets, like 5-gallon buckets, old containers. Pretty much if it can hold soil, you can probably grow something in it. And containers come in all different sizes, so you really can grow all sorts of plants in them, from things as small as herbs and flowers to things as big as peppers and tomatoes. This is a much bigger container right here, but it's still container gardening. Last year, I was able to grow a lot of food just in one of these beds. It worked so well. We're talking tons of spring crops like kale, Swiss chard, lettuce. This thing was packed full. The possibilities are endless. You can grow food in a corner of your yard, on your patio, your back porch. Really, containers are a great way to go if you want to start growing your own food. And say you live in an apartment. If you need to move, your containers, if they're small enough, can go with you. Number 2 on the list is to grow up, not out. If you think you don't have space to grow your own food, then it's time to stop thinking horizontally and start thinking vertically. One great way to do that is these trellises here. Now, we do have these in our big garden, but you don't have to have a big garden to use a trellis like this. It's just 4 feet wide, and you could even cut it down to be smaller. You just need a little bit of space on the ground and supports to hold it upright, and you can grow your own food vertically. Now, trellises are great for growing things that vine and get tall. You could do tomatoes on these, cucumbers, pumpkins, melons, beans. There's a lot you can grow on these. But what if you want to grow vertical and just grow things that don't get very big? Well, there's an option for that too. Another option to grow vertical is something like this vertical planter from Greenstock Garden. This has 5 different layers, and each layer has 6 pockets. So this system right here can hold 30 plants. Right now I have things in here like spinach, kale, lettuce, Swiss chard, radishes, carrots, and peas. So I have 30 planting pockets, 30 plants in just 2 square feet of space by going vertical. Number 3 on the list is to find the spaces that you are overlooking. I'm talking edges of yards, fence lines, under trees, even your landscaping and your walkways. This year, I was looking at a way to expand my garden to be able to grow more food, and I just didn't have the space to put in a lot more boxes. But I noticed this area at the back of our property, right by the fence. We have about 2 feet of rock here, and as you can see, it just grows weeds. So if I'm gonna have to pull the weeds anyway, I might as well get the rock out and get some food in here. We're also going to go vertical here by putting trellises. So I'm going to grow things on the ground and vertical. This is a lot of space, and I only found it because I got creative and looking and trying to find the spaces that usually get overlooked. We also have a lot of this rock in the front of our house for our landscaping. Now, some people have strong opinions about landscaping and things in front of your house. You can still grow food attractively and add it into your landscape attractively without it being too much. You can grow things like leafy greens, herbs. So you might even see some videos later this year of us changing up our landscaping so that we can grow more food. Number 4 on the list is to remember that you don't have to do it all alone. Now, when we first moved and we didn't have a garden established yet, Kylene called me up and she said, "Hey, I have a huge garden in my backyard and I'm not going to be able to do it all this year. Do you want to come grow food in my garden?" And I said, "Yes, that would be awesome. Maybe you have a neighbor that has a garden that they can't manage. Well, ask if they would like some help and you can share the harvest." Another option is community gardens. So many cities and communities now have neighborhood gardens, community gardens that you can rent space from to grow your own food. I even heard a story once of a mom who noticed at her kids' elementary school that there was just this empty, overgrown, weedy courtyard. She went to the principal and proposed doing a school garden there. The principal loved it, and so she did it. And the fifth graders were even able to help with that project, and it became a wonderful, beautiful, beloved part of the school. Anywhere you see some empty space, start getting creative and start thinking, can I grow food there? And the fifth thing on my list that I want you to remember is to start small. One tomato plant, a small little salad garden. Start small and grow from there. Maybe you even have a little indoor herb garden in your kitchen. You can focus on plants that have a high yield return, like tomatoes and peppers. Growing one plant, that gives you a lot of food. You don't have to be great in order to start, but you do have to start if you want to be great. Pick a container, go vertical, start small. You can grow your own food, and you don't have to have a big garden to do it. If you've always wanted to try gardening or growing your own food, but felt like you couldn't because you didn't have a dedicated garden space, I hope today's video helped you see ways that you can. What is one way that you grow food for your family without a garden? And as always,
don't be afraid to get a little dirt on your fingernails and turn that dirt into a delicious dinner.